This is the Language Common Core Project, Part 2 by Josephine Becker. Language Common Core Standard 4. Determining or clarifying meaning of unknown and multi-purpose words. In this one, in A, we're determining of using context, in which the tools you use to determine and understand the meaning of the passage given are especially needed when we don't understand certain words or phrases. Examples. Jane must find an alternate route home since her usual route is blocked off. In this example, you will need to find and determine the word alternate, in which you can look at the fact it says that the usual route is blocked off, which means logic can come in and show you that you do have to take a different route than usual. The key word in this paragraph is different, which is the definition of alternate. Section B of 4 is recognizing and adapting root words according to meaning or parts of speech. Basically, every word has a root word, and when wanting to change the meaning of your words or adapting words to parts of speech, how you adapt root words to fit your requirements are by using suffixes and prefixes to modify the root or base words. Example. For example, the word parallel can be changed like, for example, suffixes parallels, paralleling, parallelize, parallelopiped, and prefixes anti-parallel, non-parallel, unparallel, subparallel. Section C of 4 is using reference materials. We don't always know words right out of the bat when reading and going through day-to-day life, so we can use reference materials to look up unknown vocabulary and unknown pronunciation of a word to determine its meaning. There are many ways to figure out unknown terminology, such as dictionaries, glossaries, and thesauruses. Example, let's say you could not just figure out the meaning of the word impignate. What you would do then is flip through a dictionary, find the page you're looking for, and then determine its meaning from the following paragraph. When you find the page, it will then show you the meaning of the term. In this case, you would find the definition of impignate, which is as follows. Definition of impignate. In British English, verb formal, to pledge, pawn, or mortgage. Section D of 4, inferring and verifying the meanings of the words in context. In this step, you verify your guess by using the methods checking inferred meaning in context or by using a dictionary. Your first guess on the meaning of the terminology in question should be verified in some way, so you don't get confused or use the word wrong later. Examples. Let's say you come across the word lamprophony and can only try and guess without any clues, so you need to verify its meaning. Here's the sentence we will use for this example. Mr. Sanchez was congratulating Sarah on her presentation, especially her lamprophony. So here, you can't infer much, especially at first glance, and it would be hard to discern the meaning just from context. This would be the situation where you could have to verify the meaning of the term through a dictionary of sorts. You would then learn and verify that the meaning of the word, lamprophony, was in fact loudness and clarity of enunciation. Number 5, Language Common Core Standard 5. Demonstrate understanding of figurative language. Section A, interpret figures of speech. Figures of speech are words or phrases that use figurative language, which is language that has an alternate meaning to its normal definition. Figures of speech rely on implied or heavily suggested meanings. Examples. Let's say you were tasked with finding an example personification in your reading. Here's a sentence I'm going to use for this example. The sun seemed nice to all who walked under it that day. It's as if the day was so beautiful that even the sun was cheery. Now, in this specific example, we are looking for the example personification, which means giving human characteristics to an item or abstract quality in human form. In this case, the thing being given a human characteristic is the sun is seen in, the sun seemed to smile, and that even the sun was cheery. Section B, analyze nuances and meaning of words with similar denotations. For this, you analyze the slight differences in the meanings of similar words, because as such, many connotations have similar meanings but entirely different outlooks depending on the words we use. Example: Elizabeth has a youthful personality, or Elizabeth has a childish personality. Now in this example, they are really similar in meaning, however youthful is a positive term, but childish is a negative connotation. So even though you are meaning to say one thing and mean it positively or negatively, it could be completely different from what you want to say. Language Common Core Standard 6. Acquire and use accurate general academy and domain-specific words and phrases. As we go through this year, our vocabulary will expand and refine our current vocabulary. You will learn new words to improve both your reading and writing, plus get you to career readiness level. As you get through the year, you should show confidence in using it correctly and appropriately. Example: we shall study vigorously to become adequate students ready to enter into the field. In this example, I showed an excellent example of a refined vocabulary and how to use it confidently and effectively as the opportunity arises. The end. Thank you for listening.